Hi guys, this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to do a granny ripple. And to do this stitch, I recommend doing it with at least 5 colors, because the more colors that you use that blend together really have a very nice look. But you can use as many different colors as you want. You can also use any size yarn that you want, and whatever hook size that yarn recommends. I'm using worsted weight yarn, which is 4 ply for the US, 10 ply for Australia, and a 5mm hook or a size H hook. The multiples of this stitch is 25 plus 4. And what that means is that you're going to chain in sets of 25, 25, 25 until you reach your desired width. And then when you're ready to begin your afghan or whatever you're making, you'll want to chain 4 more, and then you're ready to start. This is 2 sets of 25. Here is, I also did 2 sets of 25. It will change and bend some, as you can see. Every 25 stitches will do 1 hump. So keep that in mind as well, how many humps that you want. And with every hump, you probably lose about 1/2 inch. So keep that in mind whenever you're measuring out the size of your blanket. Okay, so I've done my multiples of 25. I have 50 stitches. So like I showed you before, I should have enough for 2 humps. And I'm ready to begin, so I'm going to go ahead and chain 4. So then now I'm ready to start row 1. To start row 1, you're going to skip 6 chains, and then you're going to put 3 double crochets in the 7th chain. So count down from your hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the 7th chain here, you're going to put 3 double crochets worked in that 7th chain. And then you're going to be working 3 more sets of 3 double crochets, and worked in 1 stitch. So you're only going to have 2 chains skipped in between. So remember, 4 sets of 3 double crochets worked in 1 chain with a set of 2 chains in between. So I'm going to count 1, 2, and then the 3rd I'm going to do my next set of 3 double crochets. So I only have 2 sets of 3 double crochets, so I need 2 more. So again, I'm going to skip 2, 1, 2, and in this 3rd, I'm going to put 3 double crochets, which will be my 3rd set. So that's my 3rd set. So I'll count 1, 2, and in this 3rd chain, I will put my 4th and final set. Of 3 double crochets worked in a single chain. Okay, so after I have my 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of 3 double crochets, now after you've done your 4th set, you always are going to need to do either an increase or decrease, depending on where you are. We're going to do an increase to start with, which means we're going to start with like a peak. We're not doing any decreases, we're actually doing an increase. So after your 4th set of 3 double crochets worked in the same chain, you will do a chain of 2, and then you're going to go right into the next chain and start your next set of 3 double crochets worked in the same chain. So then now you're beginning a new set. So you have your first set of 3 double crochets worked in the same chain. So you're going to count 1, 2, and then the 3rd, you're going to start your next set. Again, you're going to do 4 sets before you have to either increase or decrease. So that's my 2nd set. So again, I'm going to skip 2, 1, 2, and then the 3rd, start my next set of 3 double crochets. That's my 3rd set, so I need 1 more. So I'm going to count 1, 2, and do my 4th and final set Now that I'm done with my 4th set, I need to do an increase or decrease. I did an increase last time, so I'll be doing a decrease this time. And how you do a decrease is that you're going to skip 5 chains before starting your next set. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to be skipping all 5 of those chains. So in the 6th chain, you're going to start your next set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my 6th chain. So I'm going to start my first set of 3 double crochets worked in the same chain. So that's my first set. So I'm going to continue down doing my sets. Again, skip 2. This will be my 2nd set. Then skip 2. This is my 3rd set. Then skip 2, and this is my 4th set. And now that I'm done with my 4th set, last time I did a decrease, so again I want to do an increase. And you remember what we did to do an increase, right? We just chain 2 and then work our next set right into the next chain. We don't skip any. And that's how you'll do the increase. Okay, so this is our first of our set. So again, skip 2 and in the 3rd chain, do your next set. This will be set number 2. Then you'll skip 2 again, 1, 2, and then the 3rd. You'll do your 3rd set. Then your final 4th set will be 1, 2, skip 2, and then do your 4th set. And now that you've got 4 sets in a row, you did an increase last time, now you need to do a decrease. And when you've come up to the very end of your row, like I have here, you should have 3 chains left over. You're going to skip 1, 2, and in the very last chain, you're going to work a double crochet to end your row. And that will be the end of row 1. Okay, so the repeat of this pattern will be row 2. So you're just going to keep repeating row 2 over and over and over again. So I want to take a moment to show you how to change color. So I'm going to back up for a second. This last double crochet of the row, which was worked in the very last chain, when I want to change a color, I only go through 2 and I don't complete my double crochet. I leave those last 2 loops on my hook and I grab up my next color. You just grab the color, you can put your finger here to just fold it, and this becomes your new loop. And then instead of putting your same color to finish your double crochet, you just finish your double crochet using the new color. And I recommend that you fold it having a little bit extra than I have, and if you want you can just pull it and it'll give you a little bit more of a, you know, tail so it doesn't come loose. So once you've got it in there, you can pull the original color to tighten that color onto it. And of course you can reduce your loop size with your new color. So just go ahead and pick up your new color, and then you'll chain 3 and turn. Now with this one here, I would just cut my color at the end of each one, and after I had a couple of colors together, you can, if you want, you can tie those together. I didn't here because I make a pretty good connection. I don't feel like I really need to. But if you want that extra, you know, security to know that it's not going to come undone, you can take a couple of these, because there's always going to be 2 together where you change colors, and you can just tie a knot, just a regular knot. I would do it at least twice if you're going to do it. Or you can leave it the way it is and add more color here to make a tassel or something. That would also look nice. Okay, so row 2 will be the repeat. So you can change colors at the beginning like we just did after every row. And then you're going to find your first set. And we're working from the back of the stitch now. So it's going to look a little different, but it's going to be easy enough to see the holes in between your 2 sets. And you're going to be working in the holes between the sets. So we're going to be doing the same sets. We're going to be doing 3 double crochets, but this time you're going to be working it inside the space between the previous 2 sets. You'll put your first set right there. So there's my first of my set. Then I go to the next one, next hole, and you'll put your second set. Then you find your next hole here, and that'll be your third set. Sorry, I'm just moving my thing up here. Okay, the fourth one will be worked in this chain 2 on the top peak. So your fourth set's worked there, right in that chain 2 space. So you have 4 sets. You're already right here in a peak. So you're just going to go and do your peaks all the same, which is you'll have a set in there. You'll chain 2, then you'll put another set inside, which is your first set of your next 4 sets. So that'll be set number 1 working down the other side. But your peaks will always be 1 set, chain 2, 1 set. So we did our first set on this side. So this will be set number 2. Then we'll do set number 3. Then set number 4. If you're not sure, check. Starting from here, there's 4 sets, so now we have to do a decrease. And your decrease is just skipping over this set here. So this was where we did our 5 chains that we skipped before. We want to continue to keep skipping this set. So you're just going to move right on over to the next set, the next hole, to do your next set. So you'll always be skipping. So next time you're going to skip this hole. You're always going to be skipping that hole there. So this counts as your first set, so we have 3 more sets to do. 1, 2, and 3. This is our third set. So that our fourth set will be worked in the increase here on the top. And our chain 2. So since we know we're in a peak, you'll go ahead and chain 2 and then start your next set right into that same space, which will finish off the peak on this side and begin your next set of 4. So that's your first set there. So this will be your second. Your third. Then your fourth. And then if you're continuing on, remember the next set you'll skip altogether and then go to the next hole to be able to do your decrease. But since we've come to the end here, we're going to just go into this very last chain space here, and you're going to put a double crochet worked in the top of the chain, and that will end your row. And then for row 3 it'll be the exact same way, but if you want to change colors again, you won't finish this last double crochet. You'll just pull through 2, grab your next color, change it, and then you'll start your next row with the new color. And when you come to the end of the row here again, you'll have a chain 3. So you'll end your row again by just putting a double crochet in the top of the chain 3. You just keep repeating row 2 over and over and over again. So that's it, guys. And you may notice on the bottom parts, the very end one will kind of curl up some. I don't know if there's a way that you can fix that, but it does it on mine as well. I just wanted to point that out. So I hope that this tutorial has been helpful. If it has, please don't forget to like and share and comment down below. Let me know what you think about the tutorial. Also, if you're wondering what hook that I'm using, it's a Furls wooden hook, and you can find the link to order one for yourself down below. And I recommend, if you are, to go ahead and order it with an extended handle. If not, you're only going to get like half the size. Also, I have a group on Facebook. You can also find the link down below for that. It's called Crochet for the Masses. And you can go there and show pictures of the projects that you're making now, or ask questions, or if you find links to free patterns, you can share those there as well. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching.